Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you just a quick blip about screencasting for our classroom needs. I'm going to be showing you free programs. There's really no need to pay for one since we're not doing it long term, hopefully. So if there's ever a need where we have to do quick screencasting only for like a week or so, free programs are sufficient enough. You can use programs like QuickTime, but I'm using an online one called Screencast-O-Matic. You can see it up here. So this is one of the screens you'll get. You'll need to download the software, which is here. And I'm actually using the same program to kind of show you Screencast-O-Matic. We'll have to make sure this is set up before we start the PD just so that things can kind of run smoothly. What you'll notice is that the screen is actually showing myself in the bottom right corner and also the whole screen itself. I can also manipulate that so it's just my face. I can also change it so that you don't see my face and it's just the screen. But for the purposes of kind of this whole tutorial, I'm going to keep my face out of it because you guys see it enough. So at this point, you've hopefully downloaded the software and the video editor, etc. should be all set. So the pieces that we really need are a mic, a computer, and the apps of your choice. And in this situation, for the PD, we've kind of gone over this briefly. We're going to be using Google Calendar. We're going to use ManageBack, Google Slides, and then I'll probably introduce like kind of what I would do in this situation if we came across this. So without further ado, let's start. The first thing I would do is that if you're using ManageBack like all of us should be, that's great. You can also use Google Calendar. I would just make an event on both platforms. So I've kind of have a screen started here, and I'm just saying PD meeting assignment. I'm going to give it a date, whatever it is. And I can always link any Google document in here with the link. And I'll show you what kind of I do to my students a lot, which is I leave the link open so they all can access it and I don't have to send it to them individually. Another thing you can do is you can just go to Google Calendar, and if you create an event, you can change what class you want here. And then you can also, you can add individual guests if you want. You can make it a meeting. You can make a conference. So that's kind of one piece we've talked about in the other video. This is making a Google Hangouts conference meeting, and that's how to get a bunch of students in on the same discussion with you, kind of like simulating a live class. But for the sake of our purposes here, we're not going to really be doing that right now. So kind of getting back to what we have here, this screencast is really designed to be a pre-recorded instance, so I can just show all of you how this is actually done. This is something that the students will see and or do. They do it in my class. I know they do it in a few other classes. So if we were trying to make a screencast for our students, we're going to be creating and sharing a Google slide with students, and we'll make sure that you guys are all signed up for Screen-O-Matic. So if this was a situation that I was trying to teach, and this is kind of a PowerPoint that I'm going to share with some of my students in general. I'm kind of updating them on the coronavirus, but let's say I don't need to necessarily give a lecture. I just want to kind of discuss brief pieces with them, maybe have an activity lined up. So what I do most of the time is if I create something, I'll make sure I click the share button up here in the top right, and then I have to decide, do I want them to view this, edit, comment, whatever the need is. I'll make sure I have the link. This link here, you can just copy and paste it and put it here in ManageBack, and that's kind of how I share mass documents with my students. Another way you can do this is you can go back on Google Calendar, and when you create an event, I can just add in a description. I can insert a link, and I can just title it Today's Discussion. And the students can be able to all access that link. As long as it's all linked together, you should be okay. So that's kind of step one, making sure the students have the resources they need. And you're just doing this all through a screencast. It's, again, a simulated lecture. So let's pretend too that we're kind of moving to the next step. Let's pretend I just went over this entire presentation here that it's present. And we get to the bottom and I have a little activity and it's like, hey, I want you guys to make a flyer using Canva. Canva is a resource that has a lot to offer, but I actually think sometimes students get bogged down with gritty, nitty details. And let's say I wanted to make this infographic or newsletter to kind of whatever the assignment's asking, which is kind of like how would your newsletter be different in a time span of 24 hours and 2 weeks in terms of like mass hysteria. So when you go to create a design, like I'll show them all the nitty gritty details, and this is the power of a screencast because the student is able to pause, rewind, etc. involving your video, and they don't have to hear you twice. So I can show them all the details here about everything that I want. Like I will make a flyer, and then we can make all these different pieces here. I can talk about like, how do you use this? This is free. Oh, what do I do now? What are these elements? And I can show them this. And I can take my time in a screencast. So the students are able to play around with the video and allow them as English language learners to really focus on what you're saying. So that's kind of step one for screencasting. I'll pull myself back up. So that's really the kind of the basic details of screencasting. There's really not much more beyond that. Just make sure that your computer, you have the storage space and you can save the video. And I would just download it to your desktop. Once I'm done this video, all I'm going to do is pause the video, which is in the bottom left corner of my screen. And then I'm just going to download it to my desktop. And then I'm going to drag the video right over to my Google slide, and it's going to sync itself to the Google slide. If you don't want to do that, you're also welcome to do a YouTube channel, and I'll make that separate after this video. Thanks, guys.